We have a foreign policy question tonight from a student at St. Anselm College. Let's take a listen.
With the COVID-19 pandemic, people are questioning its origin. We all know that the virus originated in China, and China has recently been telling the world that they've successfully controlled the virus. Although, recent reports suggest China's lying. As the facts aren't lining up, would you consider COVID-19 a national security threat created by China? And if so, how would you improve our national security from Chinese threats?
First to you, Mr. Messner.
Yeah, I think so much that the Chinese Communist Party does now is a threat to our national security. And we need to hold them accountable for the COVID-19 crisis. During the Obama-Shaheen years, they allowed our jobs to be exported to China. They allowed the Chinese to steal our intellectual property. We need to now recognize that the Chinese Communist Party is intent on dominating the world economically and militarily. And it's time that we have people in the U.S. Senate that will remember that and hold the Chinese Communist Party accountable for the COVID-19 crisis.
Senator Shaheen, now to you.
We do need to hold China accountable for COVID. They clearly didn't provide accurate information about what was going on there. I don't think they're still providing accurate information about what's happening with COVID. And what we need to do is to put back in place the national security team that the Trump administration disassembled that can look for those kinds of threats when they're happening around the world. And I think China's not just a threat with respect to COVID, but it's a long-term threat, both economically and militarily. That's why I just signed on to legislation that would address China's threat, that would support additional diplomatic and economic aid to counter what China is doing. And you know, my opponent keeps talking about the threat from China, yet he advertised his law firm as representing companies in China and actually represented a Chinese government-backed company against an American manufacturing firm. And I don't think we should be doing that. That's not the kind of policy towards China we need.
Mr. Messner, 30 seconds to respond.
One, I think Senator Shaheen should be as critical of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and their corruption out of China. And two, I wish she would look at her own husband's law firm's advertisements and advertising to represent sexual predators and bragging about getting pedophiles off the hook and wanting more such sexual predators in the law firm to represent them. And I might remind you, Bill Shaheen is a politician. He's on the Democrat National Committee.
Senator Shaheen, 30 seconds to respond.
Yeah, my opponent might like to be running against my husband, but he's not. He's running against me. And I'm happy to take responsibility for my record and what I have worked on in the Senate. My opponent should take responsibility for what he's done with his law firm and representing China. He said that he wouldn't have done it if he had been running for office. Well, if it was wrong when you're running for office, then it's wrong before you're starting to run for office. So this should be about what you have done, what my opponent has done, and what I have done, not what my husband has done.
We're going to move on.